Okay, let's unpack this. We are doing a deep dive today into PayRyzen. It's a new fintech app, and it's really targeting freelancers, remote workers,
Right.
with this promise of, easy USD accounts and being able to spend globally almost instantly.
It's like the dream for many, yeah.
Exactly. So our mission here is to really look at this tension. How much security are you, the user, trading for what seems like maximum convenience? We want to peel back the marketing.
Shiny layers.
Yeah, the shiny layer, and see the actual structure, the regulations or lack thereof, and maybe
Right.
some hidden risks in the fine print.
And PayRyzen, they've definitely hit on a real pain point. I mean, for the global workforce, the idea you can just open a USD account wherever you are and get paid easily from places like Upwork, Fiverr, Deal, that's huge. It sounds, on the surface, like a totally frictionless way to handle cross-border payments.
And they throw some numbers out there. It's very digital first, right? A virtual card is what, $10?
$10, yeah.
But then the physical card jumps to $100. That's quite steep. Plus $5 a month for the account.
Right. And they have this load first idea, which they say helps you, reduces overdraft risk.
Okay.
But that $100 fee for the physical card kind of clashes immediately with that whole convenience story, doesn't it?
It does. If it's so smooth, why such a big cost for the plastic?
Exactly. It makes you wonder about maybe their own costs or perhaps how durable the whole thing is long term.
And this promise of being frictionless, setting up in minutes, it starts to bump up against reality when you dig a bit deeper. Our sources, they flag some things, like a low trust score reported by Scam Advisor. The domain name is brand new.
Very new. Minimal traffic, too.
Minimal traffic, yeah. And apparently algorithms flagged the site itself as potentially being, well, a scam.
And this is where you see that direct contradiction.
Yeah.
The marketing is all open an account in minutes, no bank needed.
Right.
But then you look at the terms and, well, you absolutely do need to pass identity checks, address verification, standard KYC, AML stuff.
Okay, know your customer, anti-money laundering.
Exactly. Which, I mean, on one hand, those checks should offer some security baseline. They're necessary.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
But it completely flies in the face of that frictionless setup hype they're pushing in the ads.
But wait, wouldn't requiring those checks actually make them less risky than some platform with zero checks?
You'd think so, theoretically.
Yeah.
But the key is looking at the licensing and transparency around it. And that's where the big red flag pops up.
Okay.
There's very minimal, clear information about their regulatory status or licenses. They aren't operating like a fully regulated bank. That seems clear.
How can you tell?
Well, look at the language in their own terms of service.
Hmm.
It actually says cards could be permanently blocked for certain usage.
Permanently blocked. That sounds harsh.
It does. It reads less like a normal bank dealing with an issue and more like maybe a high-risk payment processor's ledger.
Sort of like if their internal algorithm flags something, poof, your access is gone.
Pretty much. Instant block, maybe no clear way to appeal or get your funds back easily. That's fundamentally different from how a proper bank has to operate under regulation.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you connect those dots, the new domain, the sort of regulatory vagueness, that high cost for the physical card, and this permanent block clause,
Yeah.
it paints a picture. This isn't a clearly regulated, safe institution in the way you might expect.
Okay, so let's boil this down for you, the listener, the freelancer, maybe thinking about this. What's the verdict?
Well,
We're thinking PayRyzen is basically beta stage fintech. That seems fair. It's not obviously a scam, but it's definitely not obviously safe either.
precisely. You absolutely should not treat it like your main bank account.
Right.
So our advice, be extremely cautious. If you have a very specific need receiving USD, spending it quickly, maybe it's worth a look, but treat it purely as an experiment.
Like a tool, not a vault.
Exactly. Start really small, test it. Put a tiny amount in, see if the card actually works where you need it. Check the real fees, not just the advertised ones. And crucially, test withdrawing money before you trust it with anything significant.
That makes sense. So that core tension we started with, convenience versus security,
Yeah.
it really gets amplified by that price tag, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the final thought for you to consider.
Hmm.
If getting the full utility, that physical card, costs a non-refundable $100,
Hmm.
and the platform's long-term security and regulatory standing are, frankly, unknown, how do you weigh that advertised convenience against the essential need for security and transparency with your money? That's the real calculation you need to make before you even think about clicking sign up.